I understand that interracial dating and interracial marriages, that conversation is very taboo in the black community, especially when it comes to productive and successful black men. If you're not a successful black man, it is not as important. But when you are a successful black man, it is very important. Now, let me just say this. I, like most of you, come from the inner city. Some of you brothers, you have come from good families, great families that afforded you certain levels of private school, a certain level of technical skill, understanding how to run a business at a young age. That was not my forte. I came up in the inner city. My parents did go to college, but I had to fight for what I got. And for me to get out of neighborhoods like, South Side of Compton, Watts, and primarily when I moved to Sacramento, Del Paso Heights, there were certain things I had to do. And just like you, there are certain things you have to do. Your hard work and your effort is what takes you from your neighborhood to either HBCU or predominantly white university and institution. And then after you graduate one of those, you go into the workforce. Most of you into private sector, some of you brothers go into the military and things like that. Now, with that being said, understand one thing. For most of you who are in interracial relationships with white or Asian women, and I would say Dominican women or whatever, right? Understand that you had to be somebody to get there. Now, that's true of all women, but other races of people typically will have a premium on black men if they're going to date or mate with their daughters who are also either very good looking or doing very well. We have to come to that understanding. If you're looking to date a white woman, a Jewish woman, marry an Indian woman, which is almost impossible, their family makes you do something in order for you to access their daughter. Okay? It's not like you can find those folks really in your neighborhood. If they're worth anything, for the most part, like the ones that you want, you have to become somebody almost exceptional to achieve that. All right? Now, here's the problem that I have when I would say certain ladies show black men disrespect. Is when you're not, as a woman, you're in your prime. You're not dealing with black men like that. You're outside of your prime. Now you're dealing with black men. Let me give you an example. Madonna started dealing with black men out of her prime for the most part. Okay? Cher. When Cher was very young, very good looking, still good looking, but in her prime, black men had nowhere to be found. I believe Madonna was married to Sean Penn, the actor, for at least a year. Nowhere to be found. No black men. All of a sudden now, everybody you date is black. Okay? Here's something else I want to talk about. Jeannie Mai. Jeannie Mai married Jeezy. Now, what is she saying now? She's saying that, listen to this. Talking to my daughter. I love my daughter so much. And, they have a kid together. And I think the best thing is learning how to really teach her. She's a beautiful blend of black and Vietnamese, and I want her to really understand what that means as a powerful woman today. We try to have her spend time with her southern grandparents in Atlanta, and when she goes down to the Bay, she spends time with my Vietnamese grandparents all the time. She understands both sides and I only speak Vietnamese to her. Then the dad only speaks the South to her, which is, what is the South? Is this African American slang? That's the South, right? Again, that tonality in itself, what is the South? What does that mean, Jeannie? Does that mean that it's like, think about this, right? I'm from Northern California. Sacramento has a mixture, in my honest opinion, of LA and the Bay slang. More dominated, at least in my generation, by the Bay. At least in the 2000s. can I say, you know what? My parents speak Vietnamese my grandparents speak Vietnamese, and then my husband speaks the Bay to her. What does that mean? Are you referring to black ghetto dialect English? So black people in the South don't speak English? The South, what you mean is, in a joking way, the grandparents speak hood English to her. Because that's what black is about, being hood. See, these are the shots that these ladies take at brothers all the time, and we ignore. Oh man, you're tripping, man. That ain't racism. That's what y'all was saying about Just Pearly things. Y'all said the same thing about her. And for many months, because I was in the black manosphere, I let a lot of things go. Look, this is who y'all like, and y'all supporting the lady or whatever, fine. All right? Then when the whole real stuff comes out, then y'all want to start, you know what I'm saying? But then here's a bigger part. I want to play a clip here of her, Jeannie Mai, saying this about black men. Play that clip.
You dated black guys.
Loved black guys, yeah. I did. But for me, dark meat on the side, white keeps me mean and lean. You know, that's why I married white man. That's what I like.
Hold up. What do you mean, dark meat on the side?
Because she lightweight offensive. I am
No,
going
I'm
to
not.
push.
I'm saying, like, I really do think black men are attractive. I do. Like, that's my...
Well, what do you mean, dark?
Now, in her prime, she was married to a white man. And then she's saying that white men, listen to what she's gonna say now, black men are really only good for fun. But now in your 40s, when you know you can't get the white man that you want, let's all of a sudden play that black card game. You see, this is what when I talk about to black men, you guys take it so offensively. I have one idiot, this guy named Latrell, some bum in my chat room with a dirty ass beanie on and like a sweaty baseball cap, talking about incel talk. Like this is the kind of behavior you guys talk about. This dude looks like he steals Lunchables and stuff like that. This is a huge Oprah Winfrey neck dude, always in my comments every time, defending anything foolish. Like he looked like his breath stank. Like even when he be typing, the keyboard just be stinking on the phone, just sweating, just triglycerides everywhere with his bum. Anyway, you brothers don't understand the power mechanism. Look, like it took a lot to be you. First and foremost, all right? This lady was even saying years ago in her prime, I don't want you guys. Then in her 40s, when the guy she don't want ain't really looking for her, now she's gonna come back and then say, you know, I want you now. I'm proud of our black and Vietnamese baby. Then Jeezy, he's so silly. The lady says, my parents speak Vietnamese, and his parents speak the South. So you notice how she gives reference to her people as speaking Vietnamese. She don't give no slang to them. She stows the sneak disses towards the blacks. And it ain't funny. And y'all don't have no problem with letting that go, long as she giving the box up. You don't know how many people will have y'all babies, could individually love you, but don't have no respect for you. And black men just don't get it. Black men are lost in these topics. And this is the reason why I would say, with the talent that brothers are getting, as bad as our community can be, we are better off. And I've changed some positions here about helping young black men and mentoring young black men and all that sort of stuff. Look, I look at the world differently now after living here. I'm better off trying to deal with the people in my own community before I go over there to somebody else and get disrespected like that. Never. My people speak the Bay, speak the South. What does that mean? Clarify that. Because your parents speak broken English and they from Vietnam, probably. right? Or they don't speak they don't speak slang Vietnamese sometimes. Every group has slang, but you don't refer to them when you say that. You only say that with us. This is why black men gotta catch that shade when it comes through. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.